Hi, welcome back to Movie Review Mom. If this is the very first time you've been to my channel, yay, you found me. I'm so glad you're here. My goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for yourself and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time and money and sometimes both watching a particular movie. And so the particular movie I'm reviewing today is called Joe Bell. This touching drama is available now on video on demand on Amazon Prime, Google Play, Vudu, and other digital platforms. The movie is rated R. It's an hour and 34 minutes, and I'm going to give you my movie review mom grade towards the end of my review, so stay tuned. So first, in a nutshell, this dramatic movie is based on the true story of a small town working class father who embarks on a solo walk across the US to crusade against bullying after his son is tormented in high school for being gay. The film is directed by Reynaldo Marcus Green. This is one of the movies that the critics absolutely hated, rating it at an embarrassing low score of 38% on Rotten Tomatoes, while audiences are really enjoying it, giving it a high 77%. So what do you think of this movie? If you've seen it, comment down below. I would love to know what score you would give this movie. So there were a lot of things I liked and a few things I didn't like. So I'm going to point out those as well as offer tips for parents and themes worth talking about, and even similar movies that I recommend that I think you'll also like. So the list of things that I like absolutely includes Mark Wahlberg. I adore him in everything he does, and he does everything extremely well. Drama, comedy, action. He gives a very strong and powerful performance as expected, and is one of the producers of the film. Rumor has it that Wahlberg invited the actor young Reed Miller to his house for breakfast just to tell him in person that he landed the role of Jaden Bell. What a nice guy. I love Mark Wahlberg even more. And speaking of Reed Miller, he's perfectly believable in this role and does a sweet job. Other talented cast members are Gary Sinise, who has this very short cameo, but it's a powerful moment in the movie. Love that guy. And then Connie Britton, who plays the long-suffering wife, and it's always good to see her. She's just reliably good in every role that she does. Sadly, this is Larry McCurdy's last screenplay because he passed away just before this movie's release. There's a cute scene about Lady Gaga's songs, and there's a movie coming out with Lady Gaga soon that I'll tell you about coming soon. You get to see some real video footage and images of the real people that this movie is based on at the end of the film, and I always love that. There's a sucker punch moment that I didn't see coming, so nice job. The story itself is heartbreaking and important at the same time, just to continue the conversation of acceptance and tolerance. There were some things I didn't like. So first of all, I thought it was interesting when the son tells his dad, "It's my life, Dad, not yours." And while that's definitely true, the son's life choices did affect the dad's life, and in fact, the entire family. So this isn't actually a criticism of the film. Just, I guess I wanted to vent and say that because sometimes kids don't recognize that what they do does affect their parents, their siblings, the family's reputation. And I know some people are worried more about the reputation than the happiness, and I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that our choices do affect other people. About everything. I don't know. I'm just saying. The timeline can be a little bit confusing as it bounces around. And don't watch the trailer before you see this movie so that you don't see any spoilers. I think the trailer kind of gave a little bit too much away. It's a very painful, terribly sad movie. Some viewers complain that the movie doesn't really dive deeply enough into the issues, but I think it does keep the conversation of acceptance and tolerance going. And its heart is definitely in the right place. So it didn't solve the world's problems in terms of homosexuality and bullying and any of that kind of stuff. But again, it got the conversation going again. again, or it's keeping the conversation going, which is an important conversation. So let me give you some tips for parents. Because it involves a teenage boy, some teenagers might be interested in it. There's profanity, crude language, including F-bombs. So just be aware of the language factor. You see two gay teens kiss, ugly comments about gays, homosexuals, and anybody in the LGBTQ plus community, bullying, family, parenting. You see some drag queens at a bar. And then let me tell you about some of the themes. Actually, I just mentioned a few of them. The first is accepting those who are different, homosexuality, of course, forgiveness, anger management, judging others, prejudice, tolerance, regret, and healing. And I think that healing aspect is a large part of the movie as well. So I always write down interesting lines and funny lines when I'm watching films, just so I can give you a taste of what the movie is like. And I include them all on my written review at moviereviewmom.com. So you can go over there if you want to read all of them, but I'll share just a couple of them with you right now. So Joe Bell is played by Mark Wahlberg. And one of the interesting lines that he says is, understanding begins at home. Absolutely. And then he also, oh, no, this isn't him. This is Jaden, his son, played by Reed Miller. And Jaden says, it's a horrible thing to be surrounded by people who hate you without even knowing you for something you can't change. And your heart just breaks when you hear him say that. Bless his heart. So, you want to hear what movie review mom grade I'm giving this film? I thought it was really well done. There were some things that could have been improved upon. I mean, like all movies, really, it carries the conversation. So the ultimate grade I'm giving it is a B. So before we go, let me tell you about a documentary that I'm going to recommend that if you enjoy this movie, and that is sort of similar in that it involves cause, and one that is brought to the headline news through a man who chooses to walk across the country barefoot to share his cause. The documentary is called Barefoot, the Mark Baumer story. And he's this quirky guy, and you just fall in love with his goofy personality. And I loved his enthusiasm for this cause. And it's very contagious. And the film is very, very touching. So check that one out. I did a movie review of that one, and I'm not sure exactly where it's playing right now. I'm sure it's on streaming now because I did that a little while ago, but check that one out. I think that it'll touch your heart as well. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for supporting my channel by liking this video, subscribing, of course, share it with your friends, post it on social media, get the word out. And I really appreciate your help. And thanks also for visiting my Patreon page. I love it when you guys check that out. So have a great day, and I will catch you in the next movie review or trailer reaction. Bye for now.